Mikoyan MiG-31. Hello and welcome to another War Secrets video. The country with one of the strongest air forces in the world, Russia, has made sure that its fleet or fighter jets and aircrafts leave a destructive trail everywhere they go. With one of the most skilled pilots and soldiers, Russia has been using a fighter jet, which is touted as one of the fastest combat jets in the world, to support the excellent skills of its air force. The Mikoyan MiG-31, which has an NATO Reporting Name Foxhound, is a supersonic interceptor aircraft with long-range interceptor capabilities. It was originally created to counter the U.S. Air Force's Lockheed SR-71 strategic reconnaissance aircrafts as well as the U.S. cruise missile-carrying bombers. The aircraft was originally designed around a large phase array radar, which was very advanced for its time. The MiG-31 is capable of maintaining combat effectiveness even under the pressure of active and passive jammers and thermal decoys that are implemented by the enemies. If there is a group of 4 MiG-31 interceptor aircrafts, they would be able to control an area of airspace across a total land of 800 to 900 kilometers. The radar that are installed in the Mikoyan MiG-31 have a maximum detection range of 200 kilometers in radius, and when it comes to the width, the range is increased to about 225 kilometers. This is an impressive range considering the year that the Mikoyan MiG-31 was developed was way back in 1979. The dual engines of the Mikoyan MiG-31 were also impressive to say the least, as the supersonic performance of these engines were so powerful that the thrust pushes it to extreme speeds of up to 3,000 kilometers per hour. This creates a versatile interceptor, and the development of this aircraft impressed the defense authorities so much that even today, this interceptor is being adapted to new emissions. Though the Mikoyan MiG-31 was a replacement for the MiG-25 Foxbat and bears a strong resemblance in design to the later, the MiG-31 is described by its chief engineers as a quote, new design with different engines and new weapon system, new missiles, and a totally new mission, unquote. The reasons for the Soviet Union developing such an advanced aircraft was the threat that they felt from the north and from the west by the high-altitude reconnaissance aircrafts and bombers, which were equipped with cruise missiles that has a destructive attack power. This menacing threat called for an interceptor aircraft which could quickly intercept very small flying missiles and other such targets capable of flying at extremely high speeds. As the development of the Foxhound continued at a full-fledged pace, the mission of the aircraft was expanded to include countering the United States Air Force Rockwell B-1 bomber. The recent developments in the interceptor aircraft have made it possible to form ship formations with their radar system interconnected by onboard data links to sweep intercept areas of 500 to 600 miles. The same intercepting speeds allows the MiG-31 to be used as an airborne early warning aircraft or AWACS, which makes it capable to detect the attacks of other Russian aircrafts such as the MiG-29s, the Su-27s, and other fighter jets. Looking at the external design of the MiG-31, it has greatly increased in size compared to its predecessor, the MiG-25. The length has been increased to about 74.4 feet and the wingspan is at a width of about 44.2 feet. The interceptor jet also has an impressive gross takeoff weight of about 90,364 pounds, which includes the weight of the pilot as well. The maximum gross takeoff weight, which includes the fuel, internal fuel, and combat load of 100 and 1,824 pounds. The primary internal fuel load is of about 34,200 pounds, which is usually filled in 2 large fuselage tanks. The aircraft allows the carrying of an additional 1,350 pounds of extra fuel in the tanks fitted to the 2 vertical fins. The aircraft's range and combat efficiency can be increased with aerial refueling. This is an important requirement for the interceptor aircrafts that have to be used in super long ranges in the air, and since the Mikoyan MiG-31 is expected to intercept the bomber aircrafts, it must be able to fulfill all of the requirements when it comes to extreme speeds and ranges. At low altitude, Its D-30F6 jet engines, each rated at 152 kN thrust, allow for a maximum speed of Mach 1.23. The thrust-to-drag ratio is suitable for speeds in excess of Mach 3. However, such speeds pose an acceptable risk to engine and airframe life in normal operation. High altitude speed is temperature redlined to Mach 2.83. A typical arm and load in the Mikoyan MiG-31 includes a full AA-9 AMOS long-range radar-guided missiles, which are carried in semi-buried stores under the station of each side of the fuselage, with two AA-8 fit infrared-guided medium-range missiles, which can also be replaced by two short-range missiles that are fitted in the inner wing pylons. A 6-barreled 23mm gun placed in the upper fuselage pod above the right main landing gear compartment complements and augments these armaments. A drum carrying 260 rounds feeds the cannon, which fires at a rate of 6,000 rounds per minute. The MiG-31 can operate well in any weather situations, day or night, while adhering to Visual Flight Rules (VFR) and Instrument Flight Regulations (IFR). It is outfitted with cutting-edge digital avionics. The radar system of the MiG-31 Foxhound is also world-class. The MiG-31 was one of the first aircraft to use a phase array radar, and as of 2013, it was one of only 2 aircraft in the world capable of launching long-range air-to-air missile autonomously. The MiG-31 was the first operational fighter to use the Zaslon S-800 Passive Electronically Scanned Array Radar (PESA). It has a maximum range of 200 kilometers, 120 miles, against fighter-sized targets, and it can monitor up to 10 targets while simultaneously attacking 4 of them with its Vimpel R-33 missiles. In a retractable undernose fairing, the radar is paired with an infrared search and track (IRST) system. The aircraft has been in heavy demand even by foreign powers. In 1992, Russia offered the MiG-31 to Finland as part of a new fighter selection program, but the offer was not accepted because Russia has already presented the MiG-29. Finland declined the offer and instead picked a fresh fighter from a selection program. Syria bought 8 MiG-31E aircraft for its Air Force in 2007. The order was apparently cancelled in May 2009 owing to Israeli pressure or a shortage of Syrian money. 6 MiG-31s were reportedly supplied to the Syrian Arab Air Force on August 15, 2015, according to the Turkish news outlets. However, Russia denied any MiG-31 aircraft to Syria. Personally, we are very impressed by the design, the armament, the radar system, as well as the performance capabilities of the Mikoyan MiG-31 Foxhound. We hope it has left you spellbounded as well. If it did, make sure to hit the like button. We'd love to hear your comments on this aircraft as well. You might also hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of all the upcoming videos. We hope to see you again in the next video, but till then, goodbye.